Okay, we are back. Welcome to back to the third hour of It's Never Sunny. As always, we're playing Blades in the Dark. So let's get back into this Blades. Okay, so it's not looking good. Not looking good at all for Vale.
Nope, I'm complying and they still want to throw the book at me.
Yes, they do. It's pretty shitty. But so it goes.
So you said you had an idea, Eric?
Yeah, so
Or is that like for you and we're gonna find out?
Yeah, more of the latter there. Let me just get that centered. Okay, so I feel like you okay, this is what I have in mind, and I think this would actually also be really cool. I think another like clerk from the inspector's office comes in and says that there's someone here representing Vale.
Okay.
And I think it's going to be Valeris who shows up.
Cool.
And she comes in saying, don't say no more to the inspector, Miss Vale. I will be representing you. And you can see that it's obviously Valeris. He's wearing a nice suit and stuff again.
I am very glad to see you.
Yeah, I think he the inspector takes a step back. He comes to hug you and whispers into your ear and say that say this is a favor owed to a friend.
I whisper back, understood. Yeah. And embrace him.
And I think around that point, I think Kelsa, so like I think Jewel, you get a note, something saying, so you guys you're still, yeah, I think your doctor friend comes back being like, a note was left here for you, and it's from Valeris saying, I'm really sorry to hear about what happened. It's not signed, but you know based on like the words and stuff that it's totally him, right?
Our spy code.
Yeah, right. And he says that I'll do what I can to see about making this right.
Cool. Yeah, so I guess I'll turn to Seer, because like this is like the next morning or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And I turn to Seer and I say, well, it seems that Vale's got herself in a spot of trouble.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, he lays out the situation. I guess he never said that to you, but that's assumed. I'm sorry. I won't interrupt. Continue.
Like, he does leave out the situation, or he does not.
You know that Vale's in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I know that she's in trouble.
Yeah.
Exactly the details, maybe I don't know, but.
Yeah. So I think he just says that he's facing prison, or she's facing prison, and then that's it.
Okay. Hey. Don't. Sorry, cats are trying to fight. Don't want that. So I think I'm gonna relay all of that to Seer and be like, it seems that Valeris will do all that he can. And she's like not asking a question, but she's kind of prompting Seer for what to do next.
All right. So he's like,
okay, thanks.
I can't wait for that.
Good morning.
Because
What?
that shit's gonna take time, and I can't wait.
What should I do?
All right. So it's gonna say something biting. Let me see if I can phrase it.
Mhm.
He says, well, I guess you just run to your mistress. Implying that, like, you're her dog. Because you're a hound, get it?
Gotcha. Yeah, I guess she kind of like snuffs out her nose and is like, fine. Get out.
Right. So Seer is like casually picking up his stuff and being like, all right, you know, it's been real. But he wants to casually take the bag of the last drugs in Duskvol also.
Nope. Nope.
And pretend
Nope.
it's just part of his stuff.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that. If you want to make some rolls here, I'm down. But
Yeah, it's like a versus. I mean, that's kind of between you two.
'cause
Work it out, and like, you know, can you be convinced? If you can, maybe there is a roll.
can
Just
I mean,
do you concede or not? Right.
I mean, I want to spot that. If you want to roll a like finesse or something to like hide it, or like a sway to like be like, it was always my stuff. What are you talking about? And just be cash about it. I mean, I'm cool with that too. And like, then I could roll to avoid consequences if you still succeed.
Yeah, so I try to deceive you, and then if I succeed, then you roll insight or whatever.
Yeah, because like if you successfully I could potentially would you be okay with me then rolling insight and seeing it anyway and being like or would you prefer that if you make this roll that you just succeed, and what I can do then is I can like hinder you, like do a reverse setup action, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Okay. Then yeah, let me do like a reverse setup action to like make it harder for you to defeat me. Does that make
it makes sense to me.
okay? So here's my survey. I'm just gonna roll risky standard, but it's more like there's not really a risk or whatever. I don't know, unless there is. No bonus die, just I just roll 6. To basically reduce your effect, make it harder for you to succeed.
So I'd go to limited effect?
Basically.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm gonna push myself
Okay.
for my last
Okay.
2 stress.
He really wants these drugs, man.
Right?
For the drugs.
For the drugs.
Ooh.
6.
But it is only limited.
Oof.
So
Like maybe
like I'm not like
Well, what is your did your survey boost it from
from standard down to limited.
Oh,
Mhm.
gotcha. Okay. So it's limited. which means you maybe get partially what you want, but you are, yeah, you're not. Your position doesn't change. Maybe it even improves, but it's partial, right? So what does that look? What does that kind of look like? Do you think between you two,
Like,
or not? Maybe Kelsa, you have a better idea what this could mean. Maybe ask the question: did it work? Totally. Anyways, then maybe the effect was actually standard, and we continue, or maybe it wasn't. But like, I feel like this is so hard for me to arbitrate that you have to kind of arbitrate. You know what I mean?
Right? No.
So it's like, totally your characters what they think.
Maybe I don't see it happen, but like after you're gone, I realize that the drugs are gone.
Like you see me, but I'm out in the street. So if you want to stop me, it's gonna make a scene outside.
Right. Yeah,
I'm down with that. And yeah, like it was sway rather than like trying to pickpocket sleight of hand it in my other bag, because it's a whole bag. I'm just like pretending it was mine the whole time.
Right. And like I just happened to look out the window. You've already left, and I see you've got it, and I'm like, oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
And so, do I want to make a scene about it? Oh.
It's the last episode.
Of course I do. So yeah, I think I like charge out the door immediately, and I'm like, Seer, you know what you've done.
Yeah, no, he's running.
Chase.
Although
All right.
I say that and I believe in it.
Sure. I mean, he's just like running
I'm a little bit like
in the street.
Yeah, I mean, she's just gonna follow. She's pretty fast. Do you want to just see who's faster? Or do you? I mean, can I? I mean, I can't imagine seeing that coming. That would cost me a lot of stress.
Shoes, legs.
Oh God. I mean, actually, can I shoot the strap of the bag of drugs to have it fall out of his grasp without actually hurting him?
Oh shit. That's got to be up to Seer. I personally think it sounds awesome, but it's up to you.
Of course you can. You're a badass marksman hound.
Shit, yes.
Shows
all
how
right.
serious you are about it too, right?
Chasing after him, pulls out the gun, takes a moment to take aim for like right in the space underneath his arm where the
I have to ask, possible consequence, you hit Seer?
Oh, of course. I mean, this is at least risky, if not desperate. I mean, I love desperate because of the XP, but it's not necessary. So I'm definitely gonna push myself, and let's see. Yep, that's it. So risky. Consequence, of course, being possibly that I hit Seer. One bonus die. Let's go. There we go. That's a 6 right there.
Woo!
It was just totally badass. Like chasing down the street, running full tilt, take aim with the pistol, just one shot. The bag falls to the ground as you keep running.
Do you stop to grab it or what? Or
it falls on the street, and Seer keeps running.
All right.
He's gone. He doesn't have the drugs.
Okay. I'm
He
fine
doesn't
with
have
that.
the last money he really wanted to go meet up with Vampire Senpai.
So sad. So sad.
And that's where he runs to where they were supposed to meet up.
And where do you think that is?
like they've been like hopping all over the place. So
Right. So where do you
I
think?
don't. I'm not really attached to one place. Maybe it's like I don't know, the big square in Brightstone. There's like a statue we'd meet underneath or some shit.
Okay.
That's kind of romantic.
In Brightstone? Okay.
Well, or that we were supposed to meet underneath, right? Because a lot of shit happened since then.
True. Okay. I could see that.
What's that part called? Unity thing? I'm looking it up. Go for it. Yeah, because it's like celebrating the Scoveland.
Oh,
victim.
Unity Plaza, yeah, or something like
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like some Jason Bourne shit.
And it's because the Hobbs is like blends into other people, right? Like unless someone knows about vampires and how to detect them and shit, they look like a normal person. Like that's their main
Yeah.
disguise.
They through obscurity and stuff, yeah. Or through anonymity, essentially. It's true.
So I don't know if we want to do that. If we want to follow Jewel. If you want to go back to Vale. If you want to look at where the cops are busting somewhere.
Yeah, I think we're gonna look at I think we're gonna go back to Vale. Right.
Okay.
So I think Vale and your attorney Valeris.
Couldn't ask for a better one.
He's going to be honest with you, and this isn't good. He can do what he can, but he really needs. I guess no. I want to ask you. I guess you want to. He wants to ask you, aside, being like, so we know they really want your friends and not you, right? And he's asking you, is there any way? Because Valeris actually has the capabilities of probably tracking down, again, where Jewel, maybe Seer is, right? So I think, and you kind of know that. And so when he asked you, like, are you sure you want to go down this road? Or do you want to sell out one of your friends? Or both? Right?
He's subtly hinting that he will help you to sell out your friends.
Yeah.
He's not telling you to, or like he wants you to. He just wants to know where you're at as your attorney to help you. Right?
And I think, like, I'm thoughtful for a minute, and I say two things. I say, the only two people they would be interested in are Jewel and Seer. Jewel, I will not sell out. Seer, if I sell him out, he'll sell me out right back. So we are at an impasse.
Yeah, he's thinking about it.
I'm just as powerful as Vale.
You just know too much shit, and like you cause too much trouble. Just get the fuck out.
No, but like that you think your word against mine would like be of equal power, right? Like that's.
I mean,
that's,
to the
you would never
Imperials,
admit that to Seer, but.
I mean, again, to the Imperials who are looking for a reason to pull the trigger, yes.
Yeah.
On a normal day, no. But good job, Seer.
Yeah. So. Okay.
I will say this. If one of them does get arrested, and it's not on my word, they won't necessarily turn on me. But I don't want to be the one to make that decision. If it's the only way out, perhaps, but if there's any other way.
He shakes his head and says, "There's no guarantee they'll let you out if it's an incidental pickup on their part. You know?
Can't we give them something else? You know, people in the hive.
You want
It's
to
not
sell
what
the
I-
hive."
I mean, not especially, but I don't want to go to prison. And this city's going to shit anyway. I don't imagine I'll be here much longer.
If a hive personnel was picked up by the police, and they have a pretty strong code, and they can rely that their group would take good care of them in prison. He's trying to think, like, how bad would it be if we worked for a reduced sentence?
For me?
Yes.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure how well I would do in prison.
Cut to you, like, ruling the prison.
I mean, I'm not gonna have a jewel in prison, is the thing.
Yeah.
I have no one to back up my words.
Cut to Jewel and a bag of drugs arriving.
As long as the Imperials are in the city, law will always trump order. Or order will trump law. I'm afraid there's going to be a lot of people going to prison. And I don't know. I don't know if I can keep you out of this water that you find yourself in. I can do what I can, though, to alleviate the sentence.
That's all that I ask. They have nothing that really sticks. It's all fabrication. You know that. But none of that matters, does it?
Yeah, he shakes his head. No, they will make up their own evidence.
Then I suppose there's nothing to be done but work with what we have. That's what I've had to do for the past 17 years.
Yeah. He nods and says that I can make sure your transition to Ironhook is as smooth as possible. But this seems to be the reality of the situation. In a matter of factly.
I understand. And I appreciate you doing all that you can.
Okay.
There's nothing to do about it.
Yeah, and I mean, Valeris is going to do what he can and pull as many strings as he can to reduce your sentence. But you're going to be going to jail.
Do you want to pull Jewel into jail also? I had an idea of what to do with the drugs.
Well, here's the thing. You won't survive jail.
Maybe.
I'm just saying, because you're at 3 of 4 traumas.
But the last time I took a bunch of trauma because we rolled really poorly on a tier roll, and we're now tier 2, and probably able to take a prison claim, which could potentially have us act as tier 3 while in prison. So the likelihood of me getting a trauma is very low.
But okay, I guess I'm confused because I thought maybe this has changed since then because prison was like episode 1.
Yeah, so when we were in prison, we rolled to see how our time in prison went, and you roll your tier. But each one of us rolled individually. And the reason I went to prison was because I was passed out with a trauma.
Oh, right.
So
okay.
I already had a trauma. And then when we fast forwarded through that month in prison, I rolled snake eyes and keep the lowest on a tier roll and wound up with another trauma.
Yeah.
Okay,
so if when you go to jail, you roll your tier. If it's 1 to 3, you get a trauma. If not, then like you're cool. If you roll a 6 or you crit, then you get like extra rep and prison claims and shit like that. But it's because we were tier 0 and we were likely to get a trauma. I think it should be okay now.
Yeah.
But who knows, right?
I mean, I won't ask you to come to prison with me, but I would really appreciate you at my back. Because if I have you at my back, we can rule this bitch.
Because so I'm all right with that. And I mean, Seer did tell me to run to my master. So I think that she would. And she might try to enlist Costa as well, although last time they were in prison together did not go very well.
Yeah, you hated each other after prison.
Yeah, because we were like best friends, and then we hated each other after prison, and then like I had to work forever to get us to be friends again. So I don't know, maybe there's like a quick scene of like, goodbye, my loyalty is to Vale. And and she then gets arrested as well.
So you voluntarily get arrested?
I mean, basically.
You like turn yourself in?
Yeah, because like I think that's how it has to be, but like there's no trace of the drugs.
Yeah, of course not. But I feel like we just see that scene of like 30 people like pointing guns at you. You know what I mean?
And I'm picturing it like her kneeling there with her hands behind her head as they come and like flick open her jacket and just start pulling guns off of her body because she wears like a ton of them.
That sounds right.
And it's just like the what do you call it? Like the drugs are like the missing, like the Maltese falcon of the game of like who has these leftover drugs now? Where are they? The last drugs in Doskvol. Yeah. Okay.
I'll get back to you on where their drugs are at.
I love it.
Cool. All right then. So then we're going to jails. And Seer is. How are you? So where do you think Hobbs would go?
At that night?
Yeah, like, where do you think like the big
like
plan is?
permanently
Where are we
to move
leaving?
on?
Are we going? Yeah, are they going to Erovia? Are we going? Where are we going?
Oh yeah, it's like
Cerberus?
leave the continent pretty much, right? Like we're done with all this shit. That was the plan anyway.
I really want him to take you to the place where all the demons are.
Back to Erovia?
Go to No.
No.
I think Tykeros.
Tykeros.
I mean, that's like a legendary place. Can you go there?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
sure.
technically.
Yeah,
And he's a vampire and he's curious about shit.
Hobbs would know that. Seer would probably be like, "Where are we going?" And they're like, "Tykeros." I'm like, "What?"
No time to explain. Get in the carriage.
Yeah. All right. I mean,
our boat leaves in an hour. Get in the carriage. Yeah.
all right. I mean, sure. Like, Seer would go along with it, but he has like no idea how to get there by himself, right? Like, it's specifically hinging on
Hobbs is
Hobbs
doing it.
taking him there.
I just like that idea because Seer has a phobia of demons and now they're going to the place with all the demons.
So, I mean, what else? So we have two people going to jail. Seer's going away to Severus. Technically okay. Technically okay with their love.
I mean, is he?
What are your feelings for Hobbs?
Because okay, so it's like really complicated, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be doing a good job expressing everything. But here goes.
Mm-hmm.
Seer really dislikes people that are more powerful than him and lord it over him, and Hobbs is. But they like treat him kind of as an equal sometimes, but it's like shaky, right? And when he got shut down, it was like a really big punch in of like, no, I decide what happens with our relationship, and it's not you. Like he was like the sub, and not willingly of that relationship, and he wants to be equal again. But like he's not sure if it's just broken forever. And Duskvol is broken forever for him. So, we'll go with the thing that's maybe not broken forever. But he's like really conflicted and unsure, and he wants it to work. Like he wants so bad for it to work. But it's out of his power.
Isn't that true for all relationships?
Yeah. Except, most people's relationship is not with a vampire who is, factually more powerful than them. And it's crazy ghosts living in other people's bodies.
If Seer was given the choice to be a vampire, would Seer take it?
Yeah, because then he'd be powerful, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, without hesitation, I would say that Seer would take it, and not even my character.
Yeah.
I know, but, like, I feel like we had to ask. I want to be explicit about that. So that's
No, and I think we alluded to it one time when Seer was like, I'll let you bite me, and like that was kind of hinting of, like, we'll share power more.
Yeah.
Was a thing for him. Even though he maybe didn't really understand how it worked, but that was what that was about. But like, yeah, he totally would. Then people wouldn't be more powerful than him, right? And then he would be equal with Hobbs.
Well, trying to be, yeah. That's.
I mean, the Hobbs is a level 3 vampire or some shit. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So what about Vale and Jewel? So I feel like you guys are gonna be in prison for a few, like, it's got to be a few years, and I feel like you guys would end up being in prison after, like, the rest of the city kind of like regains order and control and the Imperials disperse. And then maybe you guys are like let out on possibly good behavior, or you end up like running the prison and you're let out.
I was like, maybe we're running the prison, and maybe like we go up for parole, and then we're like, nah.
I mean, I don't know, because like maybe like I leave you on the inside as my inside prison person.
Wow. Shit.
Well, not necessarily make you stay inside, but we like have a conversation about it. Wouldn't just be like, nah, because like running the prison is great, but that's not real power.
I mean, that's fair.
What is real power to Vale?
Ooh, good question.
Running a city, running a country, owning the world.
Oh, okay. Political.
Be like, yeah, it's like political power, and like living it up in prison's great, but it doesn't scratch the itch where she wants to prove, like she wants to take back what was taken from her. And instead it's just been taken from her again, and now she has to make the best of a bad situation yet again.
Thinking of the best of a bad situation, I think that like the beginning of us like setting up in prison is like after like the first night or whatever, like Swiftbite climbing up through the sewers with the silk pouch full of drugs.
You know, it's pretty great.
Classic. All right. Does anyone else have anything?
What I mean, we kind of talked about what they think is power. So what's Jules' power? Like, if she ends up on top, what is that?
I mean, eventually she wants to retire in style. Maybe back in the Dagger Isles. Like, she's been in it to collect a bunch of money and then kind of kick back. And I don't know, she was getting there. Her stash was 3 full lines. So not quite private island rich, but you know.
My stash was full up, and then I like took out some to like heal you.
Oh no, I've ruined your life.
You ruined my afterlife.
So you want to like literally like stop caring and then go to a deserted island?
Not like a deserted island, but just, you know, like the kind of island where I can live the rest of my life in luxury with like paying for a staff of house servants that I can trust, all without ever having to work again.
So it's not like you want to buy a pirate boat and be a pirate again. You want to not work anymore.
I mean,
No, just like a
being a pirate and being a
person.
pirate forever is like cool and all, but not really long-term goal. I mean, I don't want to be sailing those horrible black seas when I'm like 60.
I had the idea that you set up,
and I do want to live until I'm 60.
I had the idea that you and Kelsa set up a little lizard on a stick stand.
Yes, it's perfect.
So I have one more tricky question for you. Why didn't you keep the stash of drugs to then sell, and that would fill out your stash, and then you could leave forever?
Because I'm loyal to Vale to a fault. It's on my character sheet.
That's really interesting. Because she would like keep you on the leash forever, and it's like, but I want to go on the island with my girlfriend. It's like, no.
I mean, you could go on vacation, but you gotta come back.
Oh wow. So you had the crew time off.
No, see, no. I'm getting out.
All right. Well,
I mean, maybe I'm under your thumb for like another 3 or 5 years or something, but I think eventually then I'm able to just slip the noose. I'm willing to go places you don't want to.
Here's the thing,
No,
though. Hold on.
go ahead.
Do you think Kelsa can stay out of the game?
I mean, with her traumas, no.
Not you. I'm sorry. Can Jewel stay out of the game? Obviously. Kelsa, do you think Jewel can stay out of the game?
Kelsa would never stay out of Blades in the Dark.
You think Jewel? Yeah, that's true. That's an obvious.
That's true. That's true.
I don't
Legit.
blame you. We're just deep. Let's get it in there, John Harper. But what?
Oof.
You know what I mean? Like, I could totally see Jewel being like, "I'm done with this," or like, and being like perfectly cool for a couple years, and then being like, "What's Vale up to? What's going on?"
I mean,
you know what I mean?
I mean, it just started. I mean, dealing a little bit.
You might trade with someone with someone like see like a flashy gun on someone's belt, and you're like, "Oh, I miss that."
I mean, like I picture like.
Not.
They've been settled down for a little while, and it just started off as just doing a little money laundering on the side of the out the back of the listed on stick business, and then it's all downhill from there.
Yep, and then next thing you know, you're murdering people.
I hate when that happens.
One day, a fancy ship comes in, a woman with a mask and a half-shaved head comes calling for you.
Ah, cool. No, that's cool.
But only once you're ready to come back. When you can't fight the itch anymore.
When I can't.
When you can't say no.
Now we need to. We should play One Last Job. Because this is the perfect.
That would be the perfect setup for it.
Setup for One Last Job.
Especially with like
edition.
Seer coming back from Tycheros after like living with demons for how many years?
You guys, so it's a thing where like Jewel
as a
has
vampire.
It's a thing where like Vale has the ship, and you guys like have to go around, and so like Jewel's talking to like Valeris, being like, "Okay, for this job, we need to go grab the best tracker and bounty hunter we have." And then he's like, he shows up to Lizard in the Stick, being like, "You have a lot of nerve showing your face up here again, Vale." And it's like, "Shut up, we have a job you can't refuse." And he's like, "God damn, okay." Then we're gonna need the best vampire alchemist we have, and then we got the Severosi with the ship, and you guys like. Flanking Seer, whatever Seer's doing there, like working on some alchemical stuff, and then it's like, yeah, totally, that's just how it will, yeah.
The reunion episode will be that.
The reunion episode. Oh man. So I think that's it then. Is there anything else?
No, I mean, if someone has questions about the character,
it's still not Sunny in Doskvol.
Never.
So
ask in chat, ask in Eric's Discord.
Yeah,
if you still have questions.
We're totally around for any questions or anything like that. All right, I know someone here has a special game coming up soon. Maybe their name's Kelsa. Yeah.
Hi everybody, I'm Kelsa. I like do things on the internet, including later tonight I'm going to be over on AP Gaming Reels channel in about an hour and a half playing some Winter's Edge. On Mondays I'm over on Textramus's channel running Blades in the Dark. And then a very special game on Time 2 Tabletop. That's Time the number 2 Tabletop I'm going to be playing, running a one-shot of Blades in the Dark, which I'm very excited about, just in time for me to have, like, the physical book in my hot little fist.
The deluxe? Do you have the deluxe one?
That's on the way. But
okay. You have the original too?
Maybe? Shut up! I may have pre-ordered the deluxe and then also went to my local friendly game store and had them order the standard edition. So I'm going to be picking that up there on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday be running some Blades in the Dark. I'm very excited because I'm going to be one of my good friends and the owner of my local theater that I perform at is going to be there. And I've been trying to get him to play this game with me for like literally a year and a half. So I'm very excited to indoctrinate him into Blades in the Dark. So, and then I also normally play a game called Longfall on Wednesdays. We're doing a skip week this week for the special Blades in the Dark launch. What game did you bring with my friends at Time to Tabletop? So I'm very excited.
Rad. That's so cool.
Also, P.S. if you want to talk Blades in the Dark with me, I will talk about Blades in the Dark all day
forever.
You cannot get me to shut up about it. It's a problem.
So, all right, then I have a question for you, Kelsa. Dio, I've been like hitting my head against the wall right now with this idea for a game that's like Fast and the Furious using blades, or Scum and Villainy that takes place in Mars. And you're
Man,
like, it's called red liners because it's red and Martian Planet and they're liners because you take it to the limit. It's so
Gotcha,
good.
gotcha.
It's so good, and I don't know. And I'm like, do I just use firebrands for that? Like,
maybe.
I don't. You know what I mean?
I mean, some of that mechanics would be great. I mean, as far as like converting it from blades, I mean, there's already kind of a basic chase mechanic in there, but like,
You're right.
guess
Like,
steal
I feel
from
like,
firebrands because like some of that, the evocativeness from the chase
Yeah, I
mechanic
don't-
and stuff in firebrands is just so good.
Yeah, like I would need to somehow combine tactical skirmish and a chase together for like the race, right? Like the long race.
Oh,
Like that's
that would be great.
and like I just don't know. I don't know what it's like, but
Ooh,
we'll see. All
that would
right,
be brilliant. Super brilliant.
that's the thing I'm interested in using. Maybe I was thinking about using Scum and Villainy, but like we'll see.
We need to talk about scummability anymore because
Right.
I need to read through those rules.
Yeah. Also, yeah. The designer stress is typically available on Google Plus when they're not super busy with programming. But
I'm so bad at
they
using
are-
Google Plus though.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Give him a little ring. Give him a little pingaroony.
Be like-
And yeah,
Be
I'm sure they'll be
hey
able to help you out.
man,
Yeah.
you probably don't remember me, but I waved to you in the hallway at Go Play Northwest last year.
Yo, you're getting a response in all caps being like, "I remember you." No. So that'd be cool.
That would make my day.
Asteyni?
Hi everyone, I am Asteyni. I don't do anything else on the internet right now.
No.
But there's a chance I might be streaming some this month because I'm on break. So you can follow me here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Asteyni, or on Twitter, twitter.com/Asteyni. Also, when you get the rest of your Once Upon a Game schedule posted, Eric, I might sign up for one of those. So that would be cool.
Yeah. I think May's up, right?
Yeah, but there wasn't like a whole lot on there.
Yeah. That's true because it's only weekly. Okay, let me check it again.
Like I didn't want to jump in on the circle playtest that you guys are doing just because like I've
Oh,
played it already and I want to give that opportunity to other people.
right. Okay.
But yeah. So I might be in on there at some point. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna miss this game. It feels good to wrap it up, but I'm gonna miss it so much. I've had so much fun
Same.
playing with all of you people for this past year. And butting heads with Leafington. Oh, it's been so good. I'm gonna miss that too.
I
I
know,
really enjoyed kingmakering between the two of you.
Yeah. So something that I would absolutely say that has definitely come into play is our love of story games and our ability to be like driven characters in a way that like doesn't make us jerks to one another and stuff. It made our group really, really special, I think. I think just our personality group meshed really, really well.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
nice.
And like I really enjoyed that both Paul and I got really into like our rivalry between our characters, and like we were both loving how awful we were to each other, and just like the little nitty like little tiny backs and forth and little biting. It was just really good. I had a lot of fun playing that with you. So thank you, Paul, for giving me the opportunity to be a bitch. Because I was awful.
That was good. I dig that. I dig the games. So, yeah. Paul?
Yeah, and thank you. And I never really expressed it, but that was like why Seer was not into Vale at all, because she was like lording her nobility over everyone all the time. And that was just like, for Seer. That was, and I should have expressed it more. Like I wish I was better at Blades when I started, because it's a great sandbox game, and like we could sometimes have not played for like 2-3 weeks and then pick it up again, and it was great. But I wish I had like a better goal when I started, because I started off being just like, cool, a sandbox, and you want to play with everything, so you end up kind of playing with nothing. And it took me a little while to
pick up a goal.
focus in on this is the stuff I care about.
That's a really good point.
And yeah, but it's been great. Thank you very much to Eric for hosting, for inviting me, for GMing, to Asteyni to be a bitch to me and loving it, and to Kelsa for her infinite patience with all of us, knowing the rules better than anyone.
I
I
think
try.
In a weird way, I think this game has gone through the most number of iterations of stream graphics of any game I've done. as
They
well.
look legit too.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
I am super impressed with all of this stuff you've put together. It looks so good. I'm gonna
It
miss.
really does.
I'm gonna miss
beautiful.
this. I just want to take this with me when we go.
It's really nice.
If you ever want to run Blades in the Dark, you should talk to me, and I'll give you the files.
I want to talk to you.
I'll totally do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not gonna be super much in shows and stuff, but you can find me on Twitter at Liefington, like the name I think is below me. Yeah, it's below me. So hit me up there. I draw stuff and post bad jokes.
Some pretty good stuff you've been drawing recently. I'm glad to see you back on the bandwagon.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of time, which arting takes a lot of time, so that's
True.
I'm happy
true.
for that. But
Art
I'm
takes a lot of
like shredding through my little pen nibs, and I need to order more. But I'm like, there's still like a tiny bit left. I should get some more. But yeah, come ask questions on Eric's Discord.
Yeah, there is a Never Sunny in Duskvol channel, and we're all like we're all on there.
Approachable people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hang
you
out on
should-
the Discords.
I would like if you have any questions about like Vale as a character, there's like a lot of stuff that I never got to get into. So if you'd like to ask questions or would like to learn more, I am happy to talk about it because there's just a lot of stuff that we've come up with that just didn't get screen time. So
Yeah. So you're muted, Kelsa.
Oh, hey, I'm muted, guys. I was just agreeing that is very true. I love talking to people. I love talking about my characters. I'm one of those people.
I'm one of those people too. Like we're just awful. We're the worst.
We really are.
Nerds.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think that's part of why we definitely had a certain chemistry is because we all kind of talked about our characters beforehand as we like formed them up and got a little bit of a feel as far as like, and maybe it took an episode or two, but like we did some talking like after streams and stuff about like what our characters were thinking. And I think that helped us like all get on the same page as far as where we fit in the group dynamics. And I don't know, it's been a long time since I've got to play just like the follower, and the enforcer and the right hand. Because I remember very distinctly in a D&D game where I tried to be this character and accidentally or on purpose by everybody else got shoved into the leader position and just kind of had to deal with it. So it was really great for you to clearly want to be the leader and for me to clearly want to just back you up. And for Seer just to want to kind of be the crazy alchemist that eventually got sick of the power imbalance and wanted to fuck shit up. So I don't know. I think it really worked very well because we all had very defined roles that we kind of stuck to.
And one of my favorite things is that like I didn't come into this game thinking I'm going to play the leader. I figured I would be more of a support character to somebody else's leadership, but then you both got arrested.
Yeah, and then you're the last one being like, I don't know why these guys got arrested. Okay,
I mean,
let me stop.
I love like kind of the juxtaposition of like that first episode of like
And then
us getting arrested and then this ending.
I know, I love it. It's so perfect. Like I was staying out of
Crime.
trouble. I kept my hands clean this whole time. And then just like that last scene of us like walking into Iron Hook together. It's just like very fitting.
It's just like the Fallout thing. Crime never changes.
But I never intended to be that leader person, and then you guys got arrested, and I'm like, okay, well, I would be holding shit together.
I think this is a crucial thing about Blades in the Dark, though, is that I think for the most part, games will probably end up ending like the way we do, where you pretty much end up just kind of back where you started.
You just completely self-destruct because you have no one else that you can pull down. Like all I could have done was either thrown you guys in jail for me or sucked it up and like, I'm the leader, I'm gonna deal with this shit.
Like, that's the world that John has set up, is that there's no place to progress. So if you end up if you did progress, it's because you threw someone else under, your boot is on their face, right? That's the only way to get ahead.
For sure. So. And eventually somebody else is going to come climbing up that ladder for you.
Exactly.
And then we felt that boot on all of our faces.
We really did.
I liked that last mission, the last episode was so much about loyalty, about like Drake to the Empire, about the crew to each other.
And even Vale to her crew at the end.
About Vale to the crew, because I thought like, she's just going to throw everyone under the bus. She's going to give the addresses to all the thugs. Like, she knows probably kind of where Casta and Jewel live.
And she didn't. She like totally kept her cards to her chest.
And for Tyr, it was like, am I loyal to the Hobbs or the crew? And then he wants to do both. And it could have gone super wrong. We
all earned a shit ton of Artha this session.
That's the real thing.
All of our beliefs were tested.
It was an amazing finale, and thank you very much, everyone.
Yes,
thank you guys.
I really had a good time, and I really felt like we got to give these characters the kind of send off that they deserve.
And I'm really thankful that I got to be a part of this. Like, because it took work to get us all together, too. It was just like, we were going to stop this. We were going to start this back in, like, beginning of May of last year. And then it just, so I really appreciate that I got to be a part of this. I had a really great time getting to play this system, which I love now, and getting to play with all these characters who I love now. And you're such a great GM, Eric. It's just been a great ride.
Thank you.
Agreed on all counts.
The feels, all of the feels, all of my feels.
I mean, it goes both ways. GMs, I think a GM can only be as good as their players. And you guys were fantastic. And you challenged me. In a way, and you knew what you wanted from your characters in a lot of ways, and when you didn't, I would be pushing, and you would respond and push even harder, and it was fantastic, and it just kept working well. There were so many times where I would make notes, and then within like 5 minutes, it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna I gotta improvise because you guys are awesome. Didn't see this coming. Like, so many times, I'm like, okay, well, here's some NPCs. I think they're gonna do this. I think they might do that. And then every single time is just like, nah, it's not even close. Let's throw a party. Let's do these other things. We're like, oh, okay.
Yep.
So I got better at it like halfway through, but still, it was just like so much of this. You made me be thinking off the cuff so much, but you guys were like, it was so rewarding though, because the things you were choosing kept making me go back and be like, oh yeah, of course they would do that. Of course that makes sense. This is so them. And it just worked out so well, and our
displaying
ability
that essential nature of our crew.
Yeah,
gotta get crispy.
Pretty much. So I mean, it's funny because there's a game of Blades on Mondays over at Distracted Elf's channel. They too are dealing with the Scovland Civil War and have blown up the docks. So I'm like,
apparently that's just what you do.
Tell me what,
apparently.
like legit, and so like it was just cracking up when we were talking about our shows, being like, wait. So that's it's just that's awesome. So I forget the name of their show, by the way, but it's Mondays. GM'd by none other than Actual Factual, aka
Andrew, yeah. I talked to them some about GMing Blades, but I should talk with them more about it. It's a good
Friendly,
system.
yeah. There's so like while our show's wrapping up, I don't think I'm gonna be done with Blades. You could definitely see, you can definitely expect some future Blades content from me, or whether it's Blades in the Dark or Scum and Villainy or something else, in the future of 2017. But currently, I also want to do shout outs to shows like Friendly Fire, Blade of Smooth Criminals. There's plenty of also other, and the show, like I said, Elf's show on Monday. I'm so sorry, I don't remember the name. But there are other Blades shows out there, and I want you guys to consider watching those ones. And I'm gonna do whatever I can to help them out too, because more people playing Blades is awesome. The game is genuinely really fun and really good to play. I think it makes also a great show. So lots of kick-ass Blades content. Yeah. Okay. So I think that will do it for us today, guys. We're out of here. Thank you for watching. It's Never Sunny. Let me know how your Blade games goes. So, all right. So see you guys.